Hey YouTube, this is Alex with Relaxed and Rested. Right now, I'm just walking my dog at night before bed. Get a nice walk in, a little bit of exercise before I turn in. Kind of peaceful out here right now, walking the streets at night. And also wanted to share with you guys maybe some tips, some things worth trying that I've tried, because as the title implies, if we all deal with anxiety from time to time and similar mental illnesses, not illnesses, but like mental struggles and things like that. And as some of us know, anxiety and anxious feelings left unchecked causes us to spiral, to catastrophize, and almost to the point where we crash out. Not a good spot to be. And I think some of us have experienced that too much. And we'll test. It's not something you want to do, or rather prefer not to do at all. So some 3 things I've tried recently to deal with anxiety, anxious feelings. First one being, especially I guess in cases where a attack feels imminent, simply eating a meal or a nice snack, I've noticed, staves off, or at least temporarily halts that feeling of crashing out. It seems silly and simple, but I know so much that has worked in the past where all we need is a meal and the world feels much better. We're much more grounded, and the future doesn't seem as bleak. So that's one thing I've tried, and I recommend you guys to try as well. Second thing that I have tried recently and has helped me, I think others can agree, is breathing deep breaths properly. Now, we have all, I think most of us have heard the trope of you gotta take deep breaths, you gotta control your breathing if you're gonna calm down. And there have been many times in the past, I know I've tried that, and it only leads to hyperventilation and acceleration of those feelings of that panic. But recently I've found that when you breathe deeply, so like into the nose and out through the mouth, you got to engage the diaphragm, that small organ that sits below the lungs. And to do that, you got to inflate your abdomen. So like stick your belly out and then out. And by doing that a few times, I've noticed I get much more calmer doing deep breaths than I do breathing from my chest, which I am guilty of doing so. And lastly, that third thing that I've started doing recently to help deal with anxious feelings, anxiety, has been simply pulling out a notebook and a pen or pencil and writing down 3 things that I am thankful for, I'm grateful for, I'm glad to have in my life. Not on my notes app, not typed on my laptop, which they does something, but there's something about writing, I don't know what it is, that it kind of exerts your thoughts more concisely and more deliberately than typed out on a keyboard or on a swipe feature on a touchscreen. I don't know what it is. Just simple things like seeing my girlfriend each day, or being able to go to the gym, or knowing that I have a job that provides me income to continue my daily life. Just reassuring things like that, small things. And then sometimes I'll go a step further and I will just reflect on the day or the morning or the afternoon or the night and just consider all the positive actions I've done for my brain. Like, what are some healthy things I've done that I know for sure can always be construed as a good thing for the mind? Things like petting my dog, which makes us both happy, for instance. That's definitely good for our brains. Or getting up right away in the morning rather than laying in bed and deliberating over the day or stressing over the day or the night or the lack of sleep that you didn't get, or dreading the upcoming workday. That could be a good thing. So by writing that down on paper, I put it in, I exert those thoughts, I can reflect upon it, I see it on the page, and things aren't so bad. I don't have to worry about the future as much as I should be or need to. Almost seems unnecessary. So, to conclude, number one, get yourself a good meal, a nice, fulfilling meal or snack. 2, ensure your breathing is proper and correct by engaging your diaphragm, by inflating your abdomen as you breathe through your nose, not through the mouth. And 3, micro journaling into a small notebook, your gratitudes at the moment, and even your positive habits and things you've done right as a person, as an individual, as a human. So, in conclusion, these have been 3 tips on how to manage anxious feelings, to which my heart goes out to those of us who deal with that, and maybe not me, but those of you who know you have anxiety coupled with depression, ADHD, and other concerns and real problems in life. You have my deepest sympathies, and I wish you luck with those. If you have any other considerations or tips that you found worked for you, leave those down below. If you have any criticisms or things I can improve upon with those 3 suggestions, leave those down below. And please, in the comments, be civil to each other, be kind to one another. We all have struggles one with another. We're all human. To deny so would mean someone's lying. So keep that in mind. And this is Alex with Rest and Relax. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.